I want to emphasize something I talked about in the past, and that's when you're thinking about moving to a new city or new state, I want you to rent before you buy. And I want to give you some direct proof why this is so important. Seems like a quick way to lose a lot is to pick up and move somewhere else, buy a home right away, and then go, oops, I thought that was what I wanted to do. And then you got to get out of what you just got into. And even in a rising market, you lose money almost always when you turn and flip fast. And I have an example for you from the New York Post. All right, so last year or so, 700,000 people from around the country moved to Florida. Huge in-migration. Also, 500,000 people left Florida in the same time 700,000 went there. A lot of people thought it was paradise found. A lot of others felt it was paradise lost. And so what happens, I love something I've heard in the past. A vacation and living somewhere are two entirely different things. So you may go somewhere, like, as I've told you in the past, I love, love, love going to Hawaii. But I don't know that I would ever enjoy living there year-round or even much of the year. So when I go to Hawaii, I always rent. And I will not buy because it's just a whole different thing living somewhere every day. In the case of Florida, it's so easy to rent, and right now it's so hard to buy. And if you're looking at a condo, you got all the question marks with what's happening with condo fees, what's happening with the insurance because of the hurricane risk and insurers leaving the market. Wherever you want to go, you decide, hey, I want to go live in Arizona. And you vacation in Arizona year after year. But again, living in Arizona is different. I know. So I have a brother who lived there for almost 40 years. And summer wasn't so fun because it felt like you were in an easy bake oven all the time. I remember once going there to visit my brother in August and walk off the plane and you walk out to the curbside. And it is like you walked into an oven in August, 115 degrees. And yeah, it's a dry heat. It's hot. So I ask you, as you think about living somewhere else, it can be as simple as you thought you wanted to live in this part of town and you get there and you buy a place and you realize that wasn't where I wanted to live at all. I should have been over there. Rent, rent, rent first. And then you'll know if a place is right or not. I mean, think about Florida is at peak in migration like forever. And still, when you look at the in and you look at the out, the net is certainly not as big as you might think it would be because people found it was not what they thought it would be. Even if they'd vacation there year after year after year, please hear me on this. Any place you're thinking of moving, rent first.